Okay, everybody, quiet down, please. Quiet down, please. As you know, it's that time of year again, and we are going to attempt to have another flea market. Now, for the last time, we are sorry for the disappointment from last year, where, according to Mrs. Flanagan, there was too much quote-unquote yard sale and not enough sleazebag flea market. Her words, not mine. So we are going to try to make this year's flea market a little more authentic. So with that in mind, we have a few rules for the fundraiser flea market, which we unfortunately have to be very strict about. So this year's flea market is open to all vendors. However, we do insist that you have a milk crate full of unsorted hand tools. Hammers, chisels, handsaws, whatever. Otherwise, do not bother showing up. We're not interested in you trying to sell your drawer full of duck sauce packets and your worthless baseball cards unless you have an unsorted milk crate full of hand tools. And those blades better be dull, people. All right. So last year we had some complaints that it didn't feel real enough. So we beg of you, please, this year, if you are a male vendor, could you please wear a Hawaiian shirt and a pinky ring, preferably a gold bracelet, although silver is acceptable, and a poorly fitting toupee would be great. Female vendors have no dress code, but please remember that you are not permitted to get up from your lawn chair, and you must refer to everyone as hun. All right? Everybody you encounter is named hun. All right, what's next? So among the various other complaints that we received last year, apparently somehow we were not aggressive enough. So don't be afraid to throw out random numbers to anybody who comes to your booth. And remember, the second they touch something on your table, you yell out a number that's 6 to 10 times higher than the value of the thing. All right? There are no exceptions to this rule. Even if they don't buy it, they have to pay you for the joy of haggling poorly with you. So make sure you get whatever you can from each customer for that experience. And the last thing is that we expect to have a lot of children at this event, so please refrain from using obscenities when they are near your table. You can tell them to scram. You can tell them to get lost. Now, we all remember what Sheriff Parkinson's said to Mrs. McGrath's young son last year, and I beg of you that we don't have a repeat of that little incident. And we also hope that Mrs. McGrath's son emerges from his coma soon. So as a final caveat, we are allowing all previous rules to be waived, provided that you use an indistinguishable Middle Eastern accent for all sales. Turkish, Israeli, Egyptian, whatever, just be sure to call everybody my friend, otherwise it doesn't count. I will now open the floor to any questions that you have. Yes, Mr. Armstrong.
Yeah, can I sell my watches at the flea market?
Well, do they work?
Well, no, not really.
Well, as long as they're broken, then yeah, you can sell them. Are there any other questions? Yes, you in the back with the placenta hanging out of your mouth.
Yeah. I was sitting in the back here and I think I just had a baby. Can I name him Dudley or Sherman?
Okay, well, if there's no more real questions, then let's make this year a success. And remember that you are an important part of the circle of life. So how else is anybody going to clear out their recently deceased relative's house full of junk unless we sell it to strangers for them? And one more thing, this year's flea market is FDIC insured for some reason. So we would like to thank our only sponsor, Crystal Mothballs, for sponsoring the event. And never forget, Crystal Mothballs, the best mothballs that are named after crystals. So with that, we will see you next weekend at the flea market.